Good morning, guys. It's an absolutely cold morning. We are hitting a couple really high value targets this week. First and foremost, as we said in last week's video, our Crawlspace numbers look fantastic. Asterisk. We've got some Crawlspace vents we need to install. Our humidity levels are a little too high for any sort of comfort. And if we let this go for too long, it's gonna get stinky and gross down there. So we're starting today off. We're gonna measure off some spots here. These are just soffit vents. Normal Crawlspace vents would be poured in when you actually pour your stem walls or blocked in around when you're doing your block foundation. We have piers and we skirted around this with the concrete board, as you can see, and if you remember. So we're just gonna put some vents here and just allow some natural draft to flow through. We'll monitor the temperature and the humidity levels as we go, and we'll just take you along for the ride. Guys, if you remember, we've got our piers, they land just about here, and our beam runs all the way across, so we're gonna have to dodge that. And then when we screwed down our concrete board here, we've got our floor joist and our rim joist coming down 7¼ inches. So the plan is here, real easy, real simple. From each corner, we're gonna go 16 over and 9 down. So this will be our top corner here. And this is the low side of our crawl space anyways. So you'll see it on the other side, it's gonna be a little taller. All right, gang, so our vent here is a 16x6. The inside portion here where the grill actually is, we decided 4x14 is probably gonna do us just about right. So we're gonna mark this out and then give this a good old cut. So I actually just fibbed a little. We're doing 4x13 just to give myself a little bit extra leeway here. So we'll still catch most of those vents. So we just pulled it up actually, guys. For every 150 to 500 square feet of crawl space, 1 square foot should cover you. So we're doing 4 of these and we only have 320 square feet of crawl space. So we should be like well ventilated. We're probably gonna wind up insulating these vents once wintertime really sets in and we don't have to worry about humidity anymore. All right, guys, so we're switching back to the concrete blade. We're gonna be using a mask this time. PPE, everybody, make sure you wear it. Plenty of high quality concerned folks last time. And we can't say how much we appreciate that too. That's actually pretty special. Thanks, gang. Yeah, it worked actually. So, all right, gang, we're just gonna rinse and repeat 4 cuts on all of these, and we'll get these vents installed real quick. Sit something like that. We know that the ultimate answer here is to run a dehumidifier down there. It's a little tough for us, just being off grid and all that. Maybe summertime months when the sun is plentiful, we'll see how we feel. As long as we monitor the humidity down there, and I keep, every month or so, take a poke, take a look, make sure nothing's wrong, we should be A-okay. I think. I don't know. We're kind of figuring this whole thing out as we go. But let's get this vent on and then we'll finish this up for today. Tomorrow, our plan is to roll out a really thick vapor barrier down there too, and that should knock down the humidity even more. Alrighty, guys, this is the last one here, and it has on the back side, it's got our cistern pump and our well pressure tank. And Rachel had a really good question. She said, hey, don't you think less is more with this? And the answer to that was, I don't want moldy crawl space. I can always close the vent and keep the temperature in if the humidity is okay, but we want to manage the temperature and the humidity, which is kind of gonna be a challenge. So we'll see. Like I said, this is gonna be the most sensitive area here, but we've got temperature monitors set up and we've got alarm set points on them, to the point where we can get an alert if the pump or the pressure tank get to 30 degrees or 40 degrees or whatever we set it to. Who's that cutie in the men's Carhartt large jacket?
It's me. Oh, I look like Slim Shady though. Hey guys, after a long day of projects, John and I literally raced to see who gets to sit in our new FlexiSpot Lotus Recliner first. It is perfect for our space and so comfortable, and it's awesome for our next step in life where we get to make our tiny house a tiny home. It's oversized, super soft, and the perfect spot to unwind. Whether that's snuggling up by the fire, or sipping a cup of morning coffee, reading a book, or even when I sneak in a quick power nap before we start our next projects. Sorry, John. And I love the recliner. It's manual, super easy and gentle, and then you can take it up a notch and go all the way back. And alongside the reclining feature, the FlexiSpot Lotus also has a rocking feature, which is just fun and cozy, and we love it. And alongside the super comfy and fluffy arms, there's a little storage nook too. So we have some books in here, and you can store whatever you want in there. Another cool feature that we really like is a 360-degree swivel. It's perfect. We can put the chair anywhere that we need to, and it's awesome. We can turn around and be a part of the conversation, and it's just another great feature. With how busy we've been on the homestead, it is so nice to just have a spot to relax and unwind. Thanks again to FlexiSpot. You can also click the link in the description below to check out FlexiSpot's Black Friday deals, up to 80% off. And if you're interested in your own Lotus recliner, you can use code LOTUS30 at checkout for $30 off. Now that we're relaxed and recharged, let's get back to work. Good morning, guys. So this is our second prong of our two-pronged approach.
It's a turkey fork.
Yeah, it's a turkey fork. So we have our vapor barrier. It's 6 mil. It's from our research that is the thinnest that is acceptable, and we couldn't find anything thicker. So we'll see how it goes, and if there are any issues, then of course we'll upgrade it and let you guys know if we see any issues with it. But right now we're going to be just rolling out, since we got the vents in for the crawl space, we're just going to be rolling down this vapor barrier, and that should also hopefully quell the humidity. She's tropical under there. So we'll get this rolled out, and that's it.
So we're cutting this into 20-foot lengths, and see where that goes. I'd like you to hold the box. Can you please bring it over here, please?
Yeah. So we cut our lengths, and we have our tape. We're going to be able to have enough tape to tape the seams, and we'll get this all covered up, and we're going down.
Alrighty, everybody, we got the plastic laid out, rolled out. It's really tough to film down here. We'll shoot some B-roll, and hopefully you guys can get an idea, but we are in the crawl space rolling plastic out. It's not that fun, and it's not that exciting. So hopefully you can use your imagination and imagine 6 mil poly crawl space.
Okay guys, so we finished up as much as we could. We ran out of tape. So you know what that means? Another town run. So we're gonna finish that up. We're gonna grab the tape, crawl back underneath here. But it is nice, I don't know if you can really see, but it is nice, instead of crawling around on the damp ground, next time we go in there, we're gonna be able to crawl around the plastic. So we take our wins when we can take them. So we'll keep you updated. We'll finish the rest off camera. We'll keep you updated though on what the humidity levels look like, see if it's a great solution, you know, anything else. So fingers crossed, and till next time. Hey guys, so we want to show you and to kind of explain, fortunately it's time for our outdoor shower to say goodbye, but we do have some ideas for some of the pressure treated elements. We have some pressure treated 2x6s and pressure treated 4x4s that we are going to reuse for other projects. We have ideas for those because we're savvy. It's a little emotional, you know, like we built this summer of 2024 when we first came out here, and now to see like we're at a point where we can take it down, and it's great. We have not used it in like a month or so. Woohoo! If you know, you know. We got the hot water heater, so we haven't used it.
You don't heat hot water.
So the dimensions, it's 42 inches wide by 8 feet long, and it was nice. We had, I'll take you on my tour, and welcome to Cribs. My outdoor shower we haven't used in a month. This is where we hung up our clothes and our towels, and because it's 8 feet long, it didn't get wet, so that was nice.
It worked out.
It worked out really great. And super great hot water.
It was awesome. It would burn you.
It would, just how I like it. So it was great for what we needed it for, and it's just we're grateful to have had it, and now it gets to have a second life. So these are our fence pickets that we used for the wall of the shower, and we secured in by ring shank, so we'll see how well we can rip them down, how best we can salvage them, but we're going to gently try and pull them and keep as much as full board as we can. All right, now that we've taken down the walls, we are gonna be taking off the 2x6 decking and then the posts, which is really what we're after.
All right, friends, we're all done deconstructing our shower. It was a little emotional, like Rachel said. It's really cool. This thing did absolute wonders for us. Highly recommend that little propane instant water heater. But as it stands, we just probably reclaimed $300–400 worth of pressure treated wood that had only been outside for a year. We've got a couple cool builds coming up. One we are gonna start first thing tomorrow morning. All right, gang, still a little bit of daylight left. We are taking our boards, we're gonna square up the edges, and I've got my stop block over here set at 36 inches. If you've guessed what we're building by now, it's porch stairs. We moved the deck over and we've been jumping up and down, and it is getting very old very quick. All right, so we got our pile going. We need, I don't know, 15 or 20 of them. So we're just gonna cut down all the 2x6 deck boards to length. Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day. A little dreary, a little overcast, but it's a beautiful day. So as it stands, we've been using this construction staircase for the better half of a year.
Did the job.
6 months. It did the job for 6 months, but we are not using that now. So let's build a little deck landing pad, and we're gonna make 1, 2, 3 stairs to climb up it. And this is gonna be our first time building some stairs. This was our first time building a home, and we did just fine. So let's see if the stairs turn out okay.
Yeah, right. It's like it all comes apart at the seams.
Oh man,
at the
guys,
stairs.
Listen, building a cabin in the woods isn't too hard, but the stairs, man, that's where it all tricks you up. Okay, gang. It's been a while since we used a nail gun. We're using 3.5-inch galvanized. We're gonna nail these in. A smarter man than me would have made sure to pick up some L brackets for the corners, and an even smarter man would have made sure to pick up some joist hangers, but nothing a 3.5-inch galvanized nail can't hold. So if it gives us a problem, we'll put the hangers in, but they didn't exist 15 or 25 years ago or something like that. So people were building decks for a lot longer than Simpson Strong Tie's been in the picture. We'll see. Let's not shoot our hands off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't shoot yourself in the finger, Rachie.
Wahoo! Oh, it takes me back.
Right. Okay, so we're just going to put our little 4x4s in here. I understand thoroughly that the best way to do this would be a 6x6 that is notched, ledged in and sitting. But we are going to put some structural screws in here. These are 4-inch and they replace lag bolts. So we got more than enough to make this nice and secure, nice and safe. We're not gonna have a set of stairs that's gonna fall. And also you can see how tall this is. Just for the record, everybody, this isn't the most rightest way to do this, but it's gonna get us by and it's gonna work fine. All right, so we have our little platform set up. Reading into the book, we are allowed to take a step down if our door swings in. which is awesome. So we almost get a free step on that case, and we'll be only left with 2 steps, which means that we don't need a handrail by law. So we're making a code compliant staircase. So I'm not good with stairs, never done it. I'm good with math though. And here's an easy way to figure out what your riser height are gonna be. And sometimes that could trick people out because sometimes you'll grab that, pre-made stringer and you might try to say, oh yeah, we're gonna trace it out on a 2x12 and save some money. Those stringers are made just for in a factory. They're not a standard height, and your last stair might be a little stubby one on the ground. That's not right. They need to be equal. They need to be equal divisions up to the top, right? So let's figure this out together. All right, gang. So let's say your top of your staircase is, just for an example, say 185 inches, right? To the bottom, right? So here is 185 inches. What you do is you go 185 divided by 7. You're gonna get some random 26 point whatever number. That doesn't matter. Round that number up. So then you go 185 divided by 27. 6.851 is your individual riser height to get you 27 stairs to get you to that 185 number. Now, I don't know what 185 is, that's like 20 feet, but you could do the same math with anything. You just divide it by 7, round that number up, and then divide it by that number again. So let's try that. 6.851 times 27 is 184.977. For math's sakes, that's good enough for bank work. You could pull up a decimal to fractions, or if you're real good with it, what is it? 8.625 is like 13/16, I think. 13/16. 8.125, excuse me. 8.125 is 13/16. 8.5 something. You can get away with it 13/16 here. So your stairs would be 6 and 13/16 would get you that 185, and you can go to 30 seconds if you really wanted to get tight, but that'll get you close enough here that you'll have even stairs made at home. Now, with that being said, my limitation of knowledge ends there. I don't know how to cut them. I could do the math. I could do the math, but I don't know how to cut them. So anyways, we know that we're going, we did our numbers. 5 and 15/16 is gonna be our riser height to the top of each tread. Long story short, I can do some real easy division. Let's see if we can't cut some stringers. So this is how we figured it out. We watched a quick video. If you don't know who the Perkins brothers are, you better. Anyways, so we just, we put our 11 here for our 11-inch run, and then we put our 5 and 15/16 here. We trace that line, we come on over, we trace this line, we come on over, we trace this line, we come on over, and eventually you get what looks like stair stringers. We're gonna go ahead and cut these out, and then we need to make sure that we cut this side here, because we were gonna put our 1.5 inch tread on. We're gonna take that bottom stringer and make it a wee bit short. And then that should get us what we need. Should. Alrighty there, friends. This is the world's smallest little stringer. Let's see if it works. So we'll need something to back it into. Yeah, that'll work. From here to here should be that 5 and 5/16, or 15/16. 5 and 15/16. And then each one of these is 5 and 15/16. And then from here to here should be 5 and 15/16. And it is.
Beautiful.
So nice. Real quick, guys, something also too we mentioned. This is the design choice that we actually made on purpose. You can obviously see we got a couple butt ends here that you will see. Obviously we'll stain this and we'll give this some color back and bring some life back to it. But we did do that design choice so that the front side here would be a more solid look. I don't know if that's right or wrong, to be honest with you. We think that looks better. So we'll see. All right, friends, since this is the world's smallest stringer, we can actually just trace it out on a board going this way. And then something, small little win here too, something we realized is that I could actually trace out, something like this, and we have a solid piece here and doesn't have to have a diagonal in it. Will look a little bit better too. All right, gang. So we put another board down here, just another little decorative little blocker board. And just like any other used 2x6, it is cupped. So it's giving us a little bit of grief. You can kind of see this is rocking a little bit. No big deal. We're nailing it off and we're gonna let it, it'll be all right. We're off to the races here, guys. Alrighty, gang, the stringers have got treads on them. We are happy there. We're gonna do one last little thing here before we commit to deck boards on top of this guy. 50 3/4 and 51. So let's bang this thing into submission. 51 is the long way, so let's go ahead and just a little bit of. We'll do one little smackarooski right here, and we'll call that good. Nice. Off to the races. That feels like 5 and 15/16 to me. Oh, so does that one.
Oh,
What?
so is that one.
They are little short steps. They're almost, you know what's funny is that they say that 6-inch range is just about where comfortable steps are. I feel like that might be almost too short for me. That's fine. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. That was a quick one-day build. We spent half a day yesterday deconstructing the shower, and we spent half a day today building this. So that makes one full day. It turned out great. It's something we needed. It might not be the most aesthetically pleasing thing ever, but it works lovely. We are very, very thankful for everybody tagging along for the builds. Thank you, and please continue to share your love and support and how we can do better. We appreciate everybody's comments, and thanks for watching.